I have a piece of maple in here, and it's roughly about 5 inches by about 10. So I did have a question about why I don't cut the corners off on the bandsaw before I put it on the lathe. And you definitely can if you have a little jig or something for cutting them off. I don't have one. I've never made one. And I have to tilt the blade or tilt the table over every time I want to do it. And it just takes less time to put it on the lathe and do that. If I made a jig, it would be easier, but it really doesn't take much time to get this thing true. It's a pretty good piece of wood. It does have a couple little cracks and stuff in it, so I'm going to try and maybe, once I get it trued up, if those are still there, I'm going to utilize those to where I drill in and carve out that part of it. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to start the lathe off probably about around 800 or so. Help support the companies that support our community. Alright, so I have quite a few cracks still in here after I got it all trued up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve this, you know, after I'm done to make it look natural, but I just kind of want to put a little pencil line around it to see exactly. Probably don't want to go down that far. I want to leave a little bit of material on the bottom. Some of these cracks go through, so I'm going to fill those with CA. I'll probably do the black CA on this, and then I have a couple up top here that I need to just fill with clear CA. But I have nice solid wood right there with no cracks in it. Then I have cracks again. I will do that. Maybe make this one a little bit smaller, kind of thing, and get rid of those cracks there. And then I have nice solid wood again right here. So I'll have two clean pieces and then a bunch of holes. I was gonna drill this one out with a Forstner bit again, but I think I'm gonna use the little mini Arbortech. I think it will just go a lot faster and be a little cleaner than trying to drill all those out, because I really just want to put a channel down both sides of it and not get carried away, so that when I'm hollowing it out, because this is pretty deep, I want it to stay together. So, and then after I'm done with it, the wall thickness will be even, and it'll be a lot easier to just kind of carve out with that little Dremel tool. So I'm going to lock lathe down and take a chunk out of the center of both of these. right, so the bottom I marked is right there, so I'm just not going to go down too far. I'm just going to kind of come around here and try and make this look fairly natural, where there's a void in it, and leave enough of the material to still have it be fairly stable. I didn't make it too thin. It's I don't know, probably 1/4 inch or so. It looks a little thicker right there because it's cut at an angle, but it's probably 1/4 inch thick. So I'm just gonna run around here, and then I'll use that little, I think it might use the air saw to get out the majority of the material, and then I'll switch to the Dremel. So just kind of did that. This one over here, try and cut out some of that, not go too close to the bottom of it. Got a big crack right there, so we'll go around it, come back in here. I really like the way that one looks right there with the black in it, so I'm going to leave that crack there and come back into it a little bit and just kind of use that so it looks like there's, you know, a natural crack right next to where this giant man-made void is. And then I have 3 big ones that come across, or yeah, 3 big ones that come across here, so I'm going to leave that one too. It just kind of stops there, but I'll get rid of the rest of them. It snapped that whole thing. There was a crack inside of there, and it snapped that whole piece off of there. All right, we're gonna have to glue that back together. All right, we're gonna try this again. Let the glue set up for an hour and a half or so. Put some just painter's tape around it to kind of hold it together, and I put some pressure on it from the headstock here, or the tailstock, so hopefully that'll keep it from vibrating. And I'm still gonna go with the air saw because I think it's just gonna go so much faster. All right, I'm just gonna go around it, kind of shape it a little bit, clean up all the marks on it, probably undercut it a little bit, and it's just a straight bit on that. Alright, I'm using this little sanding taco here. It's Velcro and it works great for stuff like this. I just have 80 grit sandpaper on there. So I wasn't quite sure what would look better, if it was a sharp edge or if I pulled it back like that. So I'm just kind of playing around with it and seeing, maybe doing a little bit of both to see which one I like better. Whether it's the sharp one or pulled back like that. They're both sharp there. So I'm undercutting the inside of it, sanding all that up. And I need to sand the whole inside of the vase too, so that it doesn't have any tool marks or any torn grain in there. Alright, I have it all sanded up to 150, so what I'm going to do is bring the foot around here a little bit, just so I can start sanding that too. I'm going to end up having to hand sand the very bottom of it, but I'll just get that corner going around there. I'm going to use the detail gouge to go around the corner there. I haven't got much room between the chuck and the bottom. I have it all sanded up. I'm ready for 320 now. I went and got a lighter that hopefully won't shoot flames out the side of it. I gave the other one back to my neighbor. So this little guy, I'm just going to go ahead and just do it just a little bit, not quite as much as we did the Christmas ornament, just to give it a little outline. Alright, again, it's the Howard's beeswax and orange oil. This is 320, so just going to do the same thing. I'll go over the whole piece, sand it, and then keep going through the grits up to 600. I'm going to stop there. That's 600. A couple little things. So if you are going to do one of these and you want to burn the edges like that, wait till you get up there in the sandpaper. I did 240 and then I burnt it, because you'll sand it off if you start too low, you know, like 120 or something. So wait till you get up there a little bit. And what's nice is, so I hit 320, 400, and finished it off with 600, but it sands off like just a little teeny bit of it, so it looks a little more natural. And then where I put the black CA glue, kind of looks like a burn line there and a burn line up there, kind of look like it caught on fire. There we go. Again, it's out of maple. It's about 4.5 inches in diameter and about 8.5 inches tall. Really fun project. I really like this idea of just trying to create your own natural voids in it, and lots of possibilities with it too. But super fun. And I even actually have a real natural one in the lip there that I left in. But fun project. I will put a link down below in the description to all the tools I used in the video too. So if you have any questions about those, that sanding taco worked out great for doing that. And the Arbortech, I just cut that channel inch and a, or about a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch deep, and it works perfect for hollowing stuff out. And when I was hollowing it out too, so that channel was maybe inch and a half wide, and you can see in the video that's how much, when it's spinning around like that, you can see right down in it, and it doesn't have to be a huge void in it to be able to see that in it. So it's super easy to do that way. The only problem I had was sanding the inside of it. It took forever because I even tried to rig up a little angled drill thing on my drill to get in there and put a sanding pad on it. It just took forever to hand sand the inside of that. So I might mess around with that, try and figure out some sort of angle sander to get down inside of that. It would speed this whole thing up. But super fun project. Lots of possibilities with it. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you're notified every time I put out a new video. And if you would please like and share the video, you know, all the positive stuff, I would really appreciate that too. It helps out a lot. All right, till next week, take care.